far from like the main city. It took me like an hour to get here. But this place is so After that cute little show, I walked to the last bit of the museum where you get to make the cutest souvenir for your trip. For just 500 yen, you get to spin the gacha machine and it gives you this capsule toy. Then you go over to a station where you get to design your own badge. You get to choose 6 characters from a sheet of stickers, and I, of course, chose my name. And once you're happy with the design, you give it to the employee who will make it into a badge. This is the before and this is the after. This is such a cheap and fun souvenir to take home. The museum was so cute. I wanted to get some merch, but to be honest, I'm not really like a stuffed animal kind of person. The only thing I liked was a stuffed animal, and also it was like 75 dirhams, so I was like, no thank you. So right outside Snoopy Museum, there is a peanuts cafe, but I've heard that the food there is not great. So instead, you can come to the Shaun the Sheep cafe where they have like themed food items and everything. I'm gonna try how the food is. The food looked so cute. I felt bad for digging into it, but I didn't have breakfast at all, so I was super hungry at this point. While I was enjoying my brunch, every meal during this solo trip made it painfully obvious that I was alone because I never really go out to restaurants by myself. If I'm eating alone, I'd rather order food in. But this was good enough exposure therapy for me, and I actually quite enjoyed eating alone, even if I was just scrolling on TikTok and texting people. After finishing my brunch, I went out to sit on a bench and enjoy the weather before heading out to meet my friend. I took the subway to Shimokitazawa, which is known for thrifting, vintage clothing stores, and unique cafes. Since I was meeting my friend after almost 3 years, I was really nervous and excited, and we decided to meet at a cute coffee shop, and before we knew it, we were heading to a photo booth to take photos. We used to do this all the time when we were in our exchange program together, but we were definitely out of practice. This is the second souvenir of the day for me, and I absolutely loved it. I just love taking these photos from the booths as memories. After catching up with him, I headed to Shinjuku to try matcha for the first time ever because it seems like everybody and their cats are matcha stans. Unfortunately though, I don't think it's for me. After the initial sweetness wore off, I really couldn't stand the grassy texture, but the cookie was alright. After finishing my evening snack, I headed back to Nakano City, which is where my Airbnb was, to eat a quick dinner. As mentioned before in my previous vlogs, restaurants close much earlier better than what I'm used to, so I always have to rush to actually get some real food rather than convenience store food. And oh my god, the sushi was exactly what I needed. Alright, so that's the end of my day. One thing I realized is that in the past 3 days, I have changed hotels 3 times. A new hotel each night. And now I've moved to a new Airbnb where I'm gonna be spending the next 3 nights consecutively, and I'm so happy about that. First of all, like, the place is cool. Like, here's like a quick tour about the different amenities they've given and what it looks like. The size is small, but honestly every hotel, every Airbnb, every apartment in Japan is kind of compact, so I'm actually quite pleased with this. And also, it'll be so nice for me to actually unpack my clothes and organize it for the next few days, and you know, kind of like have my own space. So I'm so happy about that. Today was actually quite fun. Like, now that I think back on it, I feel like I didn't do much. Like, throughout the day I was just like, oh, okay, like, I'm just going with the flow. Like, I feel like I'm not like hitting as many points, but that's okay. I have to keep reminding myself that it's okay, that like, even though I've spent so much money to come here, it's okay for me to just like chill. I don't know if you noticed, but like, I am wearing something different from the morning because it was much more humid and hot in Tokyo than I expected. Everyone told me that in October in Tokyo it was going to get a lot cooler, and that, you know, autumn is starting, the fall foliage is going to come in, but none of that is true. And yeah, like, we'll just have global warming to blame for that, but I had to like change it to a tank top. I was kind of like thinking about how much I'm enjoying, like, every time I come back and I think back on what I did during the day and like how I'm doing it all solo, my heart starts racing. Literally, I'm like so happy and pleased with myself. Like, generally guys, I'm not even exaggerating, I feel like the food tastes better, music like feels better in my ears. Just now I had gotten off the wrong bus stop, which was the first time I messed up directions, by the way, which is really big coming from me who is directly challenged. But yeah, like, this is the first time I made a mistake and I got off the wrong bus stop, and I had said that my Airbnb was 10 minutes away by walk. And since the weather is actually really nice now at nighttime, I thought that I would just like walk, right, with like my AirPods in, and I would listen to music. And it sounds a bit cringy, but I started like lip syncing and just like kind of dancing on the street because there was nobody, like there was barely anybody. And even if people were walking by me, like, I didn't feel like I was in danger. Like, I felt so safe. I was just like jamming and like kind of dancing on the streets, and I finally reached back, and yeah, I just feel so happy. Anyways, on that note, I'm gonna end today's video. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna go and unpack and sleep. Okay, bye.